Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Want to make sure that everyone can hear me. Hello, it is 8:23 Pacific Standard Time. Let me just make sure I'm live. If you are here, please comment in the chat. Say your name, say where you are right now, because I want to make sure, and tell me if you can hear me. Tell me if you can hear me and that it's all good. Anyways, I just wanted to come on here and do a little bit of a Q&A last second live stream just for a few minutes, and then possibly go over certain things in Amazon as well. And if you have any questions, leave them in the chat, and that's gonna be that. I also might go live on Instagram. I usually don't go live on Instagram too many times either, but maybe I can just do both. Hi, IFJB, how are you? Where are you from? Okay, so if you have any questions, hey Joseph, California is great. I'm also from California. I'm gonna wait for a few minutes for more people to jump on because I didn't make any type of announcements that I was going live at all. So it's super random, but I just wanted to get on here. And I want to talk about listings specifically. So one of the biggest struggles people have in Amazon is their listing creation, and not even optimizing, but the image aspect. So that comes to making the main image of the product, making other images, making infographics, things like that. And I wanted to maybe give you even some examples and some guidelines to have the best images. So for example, obviously the first image of Amazon has to be the image on a white background, and that's great. And then the rest are very more loose terms. So you can have infographics, you can have information, and some people think that all of their photos, all of their 9 to 10 photos have to all be on a white background, but that's not true at all. Okay, you can have infographics, you can have lifestyle photos, and I really recommend that. And I have a playlist on my YouTube channel just for listing creation. I actually have a playlist on my YouTube for every single pretty much topic on Amazon FBA, but one of them is specifically listing creation, and I go in depth and analyze good listings and bad listings and explain to you exactly why they are bad. Is it best to open a business account before selling on Amazon? No, well, I mean, yes, you should open a Amazon business account so you can have kind of all the features. And the reason why is because one of the things in when it comes to product verification, you want to make a skeleton/ghost listing, and when you do that, you can only do that if you have an account. So essentially why you want to do that is Amazon might have some hidden terms associated with certain products. So if you make that listing, and if there is some kind of error that comes up, what you can do is put the listing in there, copy everything like your competitors, for example, the images, the keywords, the title, and then if there's something wrong, for example, you can't sell the item, it's going to flag your listing. And if it flags your listing, then you know you can't sell the product, or you might need to submit paperwork. And that's actually what happened to me in my first listing, or my second listing actually. So when I created it, there was some restrictions with it, and I had to submit supplemental paperwork, and it took an extra week. And I didn't know that I was supposed to create a listing, or it's kind of, I don't think really many people teach it. It's just kind of a safety measure that you will always want to do before even paying your suppliers. So what I typically do is I negotiate with suppliers, and as I'm doing that, I would make, if I'm really certain that I'm going to be selling this product based on my negotiations, then I literally make the listing and wait. Usually it takes like a few days for it to get flagged down, and then you realize if you need to submit paperwork, or sometimes you're not allowed to sell the item at all, and in that case you find out before you place your order. So that was a really long answer to your question, but I would say make an account as soon as you found a product that you want to sell. And plus, you can also get reimbursements from Amazon. Say you always want to not get the individual account, you always want to get the business account, even though it's $40 a month, but you have to, because otherwise Amazon will just going to charge you a fee every time you sell an item, and that's going to really add up to more than the price of the actual Amazon product, to like the business plan. So Plus you get all these other features with the business plan, and it's just much, much better. But anyways, back to product photography. So essentially what you want to do is have the first image be your product representation, and say you have a package design, and also on the back end you have just your image. Say you're selling like a balloon, right? And the balloon comes in a box. So the best thing to do is make the box, like the 3D box version, put it in the back, and then put your balloon in the front, so then you can see both the product and like you made a package design for it. So it looks really like a great listing. How do you rank keywords other than using PPC? So any keywords, okay, so a lot of keyword questions. So any keywords that you want to rank for, they have to be throughout your listing. So if your most important keywords you want to put in your title, and those are usually the main keywords, and you want to keep them in exact form. So you don't want to break up the words. So say you're selling a red beach ball and that's the main word, you want to put red beach ball and not have any breaks in between, and you want that in the title. And the beauty is, if you are running PPC and you're trying to get sales for a red beach ball, anything else that's in your actual listing, in your title, in your bullets, in your description, that's always going to get a little bit of ranking juice when you make a sale through whatever means you make a sale. So if it's organic, if someone just literally searched your product and your product popped up, or if it's for a PPC, you always get ranking juice. That's why listing optimization with keywords is so important, because if you don't do that, then you're not going to get ranked for the words. And the most thing you should be trying to do is rank for as many pages as possible, as many page ones. So like you say you have 10 keywords and you want to get to page 1 for as many of those keywords as possible. And the way you do that is, of course, with having your listing optimized and then running PPC for those words. Okay, let's see. What is your steps to take as much as possible with the most valuable keywords for listing? Okay, so this really comes into finding information about your market and the keywords. Obviously, you want to use a third-party software such as Helium 10, Viral Launch, Jungle Scout, whatever you're using. And then you organize the words from largest to smallest. Obviously, you don't factor in any words that are irrelevant to your product. So for example, red beach ball, you don't want to run ads for the word beach, but you want beach ball, things like that, right? It's all kind of a common sense for those, but the main keywords, or even the ones after, so you want to put them in your listing for as much as possible. So in the title is the most important ones, your bullets, your description, all of that, and then the back-end keywords within your listing as well. So when you do that, then you know you're very optimized, and as you start to get sales, as I mentioned earlier, you're going to get ranked a little bit by little bit for all those. And by the way, if you haven't heard, well, you see that I do daily uploads, so that's awesome. But another thing I wanted to make a little announcement is that I have my ebook that is currently on sale right now until midnight tonight. So it's 8:32 right now Pacific Standard Time. So at midnight, the link is going to disappear. It's INTOAMILLI.com/book. I'm gonna put it in here, INTOAMILLI.com/book. And this one is only available to my students that are in my FBA program. So they get access to this, they can purchase it. But in order to even get this, they literally bought the full course for $9.97, the full program. But just for the past few days, I've made this book available to everybody that knows me, whether it's on YouTube or Instagram or anywhere else. So you have a chance to get that book for a discounted price. It's usually valued at around $300. It's literally A to Z, everything you need to know about Amazon, breaking down. It's basically my program in book form, so you can download it and study it and take notes on it. And then you also have a chance to get my templates as well for $17. So it's really affordable. Okay, more questions. Yeah, so just wanted to make the announcement. If you do want to get it to take notes or to study more of the program, or just a bunch of valuable information on how to do Amazon A to Z, you can just get my book. It's INTOAMILLI.com/book, and plus all my templates that I use for Amazon, like negotiating with suppliers, literally all my templates. So that's supplier negotiation, how to get a lower MOQ, how to literally negotiate everything. I don't even know why I'm making it like so cheap to be honest, to like sell the templates. And then how to get reviews, inserts, just everything. Yeah, it's intoamilli.com/book, and the link is going away in less than 4 hours. In 3 hours and 27 minutes, the link will disappear. So letting you know. Okay, let's see. I've been doing product research for 2 months now, but no luck. Something is always off with my finds. I've downloaded your guide, watched videos, and purchased some courses, but nothing. Any advice? Okay, this is a very broad question, Yasi, because product research, there are so many different components when it comes to product research. You can be having issues in several areas, but the most important thing I want to tell you is you have to know what you are looking for when you're doing product research. So if you're kind of going in blindly, or you didn't get your information from the right source, it's going to be confusing. So in my program, I have 2 modules. One breaks down the fundamentals of product research and kind of the bigger picture, and also the little nitty-gritty things. And then the other part is literally me sitting down and showing you exactly how to do product research. And of course, I have a product research YouTube list. I know you say you watch my videos, but basically it's gonna come down to just watching enough videos and then practicing it as well. So can you tell me what's wrong with the products that you are finding? Maybe you need to change up your parameters. Maybe you need to readjust kind of your goals with the products. Are you not hitting the revenue? Are the reviews too high? Like, what's the actual issue? And then maybe you can tell me what the issue is. We can diagnose it on here and then go from there, because product research has many components. That's why, like I said in my program, I literally break it down so much just so you know which components to go after and not get stuck. So let me know what specifically is the issue, and then we can go from there. How do you get your initial reviews other than using the early reviewers program? Okay. Okay, actually, you know what? I'm probably gonna go live on my Instagram. I feel like I haven't gone live ever, so let me do that so we can answer questions on here. So yeah, just keep on asking the questions, and then I'll answer them in the live, and then I'll answer questions from the live so all of us can benefit from that. Click. By the way, I have daily videos on YouTube. I also have Instagram. I post daily on Instagram about FBA as well. Okay, hold on a second. Hold on 1 second. I'm just logging in. Hold on. I'll answer all your questions in a second. Okay. Here we go. Going live now. Great. Okay. I'll wait for a few people to get on Instagram before I get into this too. So Instagram, hello Instagram. I'm going live here too as I answer YouTube comments, not YouTube comments, YouTube live. So I'm live on Instagram and I'm live on YouTube. Hello YouTube, hello Instagram. We're both on the same page now. So if you have any questions, like I said, on YouTube or on Instagram or both, just keep commenting them and I'm going to go through them. Oh, hello everybody. And please introduce yourself too. Tell me your name if you're on Instagram or YouTube. Okay, so anyways, let me scroll back up to the YouTube questions, and I'm gonna kind of interchange to both, so hopefully I'll get to your questions. Okay, I answered the keyword questions. I answered the product research questions. Okay, so someone asked, how do you get your initial reviews other than using the earlier reviewer program? So initial reviews, the early reviewer program is very, very powerful. It gets you like a good chunk of your first reviews, especially if you're a product, they might not come in, and they usually don't come in right away. They usually come in after a few weeks. So that's kind of the downfall, that you have to wait, but they do come in. And everything with reviews, if you aren't doing it kind of in a black hat way or a gray hat, not basically anything against Amazon's terms of service, is a little bit dangerous nowadays. Before, people used to go into Facebook groups or course groups or ask their family and friends, but it's actually very dangerous, especially the asking in Facebook groups. That's the one thing I completely don't recommend. So do not ever join those coupon groups. Don't ask anyone for reviews there. Don't ask in course groups. It's just dangerous. Amazon can easily track reviews, and if you are in this kind of like review circle with a bunch of different people, and one of them gets caught, then it could be tied back to you, and then your product all the reviews can be taken down, or your account can be suspended. And Amazon likes to suspend accounts, especially for reviews. So I really would stay away. So the number one thing with reviews that I want to say is, honestly, if you have a good product, the reviews are going to start coming in. So I have templates, like I was saying. So if you're on Instagram, I made this announcement on my live chat on YouTube. So I have a ebook that's available right now. It's usually only for my program students. If you are a student, then you know that it's only available to you. You have to get my program in order to even qualify to purchase the book, just because the ebook is so valuable, and it's literally the entire business model written out in text form. I sat down, I scripted it out, everything is just in there, and that's for $47 right now until 12 a.m. my time PST. So that's in 2 hours and 20 minutes. It's going to be gone. I'm going to take the link off. It's INTOAMILLI.com/book, and the link is also in my Instagram bio. But I also have a chance to purchase my templates for literally like $17. It's crazy cheap. Like literally, I can't even believe I'm selling my templates for that. But it's all my templates on how to negotiate with suppliers, and then also my review templates. So that includes the auto responders. So that's a safe way, and that's within Amazon's terms of service. And what you do is you send out automated sequences of events to people that purchase your product. It's completely automatic. The template is just copy and paste, and then it kind of reminds them nicely to leave a review, but it doesn't do it in a way that's against Amazon's terms of service. And it really helps a lot. And then also my product insert templates of how to help reviews. But honestly, other than that, it is dangerous to do any other way, just because Amazon is known to really suspend people or ban people or wipe out their product, I believe this live, okay, let me get some I've been totally neglecting Instagram for a second. I think there's some questions on here. Let me see. Oh, hello. Whoops. Okay, hold on. Okay, so someone asked, where can we find suppliers? So that's on, someone's from Guam. Hello, that's cool. Denver. I'm in California, so it's quite sunny here. So anyways, I don't know if you can watch this live later. Oh, you can. So I don't know if the Instagram will save, the Instagram live, but my YouTube live will save. So if you're on Instagram, you can literally replay this on my YouTube. Hello from India. So someone asked about suppliers. Alibaba is the best place to get suppliers by far. There's just so many factories, and my templates, literally I show you how to negotiate to find the best suppliers, and how to get the lowest MOQ and the best price. So it's pretty awesome. Okay, back to YouTube questions. I get a lot of them. Oh no, I'm not catching up. Okay, so a lot of questions about reviews. Okay, do you think it's unethical to ask friends to buy your products to bump up your ranking? I know people do worse to rank higher. It's your business, so it's your choice what you do with that. The one thing I want to let you know is that really be careful with that in the sense of getting tracked. So if you ask your friends to leave you a review or family, just make sure you're not friends with them on Facebook or Instagram, that you obviously don't have the same last name, and that you've never been connected to the same Wi-Fi connection, because that can be, Amazon can identify that. And yes, any questions both on YouTube or Instagram, I'm saying just ask away in the chat and I'll answer it. Okay, let's see. What else? Hi Karina, I have no question, just wanted to say good job on these videos and staying consistent. I hope to do the same. Oh, thank you. I hope you are consistent too. Is FBA completely different from FBM? It's not completely different. The model is like kind of similar. You're selling through Amazon, but FBM is it's fulfilled by merchants, so you're actually the one fulfilling it. So that means you typically have the goods in your garage or whatever else, and you are the one that's actually doing the shipping and packing. And there's obvious reasons why I don't like that. It's because you are the one that has to pack it, and it's just too much work. And it's basically FBA is so much better because it's automated. Amazon does it for you, and plus you get a lot of your ability to actually sell the item increases so much. You just get everything more, like visibility, credibility, and Amazon trusts it more because if you're fulfilling it at the Amazon warehouse and they know that it's literally in the Amazon warehouse, then there's going to be no risk to them, and they're going to give you more ranking. So I always suggest doing FBA, and that's what I do. So Steven asked, what source do you use for textile or print/packaging design? Do you mean getting the actual box design or actually printing out the package? Because I have full-time graphic artists that work for me now, so we've really fine-tuned everything, so they know kind of my brands and they know what to do. And it took me a long time to find really high-quality designers, I'll tell you that. I have went through so many applications, and you don't need to, of course, have anyone full-time do this at all, so don't go hiring someone and interviewing. But yeah, it does take work to get a good box design, I'm not gonna lie, but to actually get it manufactured. And if you are, by the way, sending in your design for shipment or whatever else, just for creation, make sure you have a lot of guidance to that. So if there's very specific things that you want on your package design, so make sure to state that. Don't just like send a general concept in and hope for the best. You know your market, you know your audience, so you really want to specify what's going to be on the front of your package, what's going to be on the back, what's going to be on the side. You want like everything, right? So yeah, so I'm actually thinking of, graphics artists are really hard to find that are good ones. So I'm actually thinking of helping you out and perhaps launching something where I can give you access to the people I've been working with for a long time that really know the Amazon business model, really know how to do amazing graphics, can put together amazing photos. There's going to be more on that later, but I'm currently working to have the best automated team that can just help you out with all your photos and packaging design, things like that. Okay, and yes, there are people all over the world that do this. Fiverr is a great source right now. That's what I currently recommend, but you do have to look through everyone's work and kind of yeah, exactly. Fiverr or Upwork tends to be a little bit more expensive, but again, you want to test several ones, and you want to make sure that you don't just take the first design. If you have the idea and they can make it come to life, and that's great because you know the actual market. So you want to make sure that the package design is high quality and it follows everything that you need to get the product sold, because if it's a bad package, your product isn't going to sell. Okay, let me get through these quickly. I'm going to be heading off soon. This is like really random, just jumping on, answering some questions. Okay. Okay. Yes. Okay. Someone said reviews mean nothing these days. When you can get 10 or 1,000, doesn't matter. You can still sell. This is true to an extent. So that's why I really emphasize in my program is that you're looking for items and like products and markets where you can penetrate and create a better offer, and you can still compete with reviews. Obviously, if everyone's in the thousands, you can't compete. But if you can get it low enough, or just say, a couple hundred and maybe some in the double digits, it's going to be fine because you can still compete. If you have a really good listing, photos, everything, of course. Okay. For the first launch of the product, do we need to put the most powerful and most relevant keywords that our top competitors are indexing, or is it better to put the middle rank for keywords? Honestly, it's better to put all of them. The most searched ones, always you want to put them in your title. Everything else, scatter it through your listing. But the most highest priority ones, the main keywords, you always want to have them in your title, and you want to have them in your PPC campaigns, obviously, too. Okay, so Yasi is having product research issues. So she said you tried different strategies going through Helium 10 and Amazon. I can't find a niche where it hasn't been matured or oversaturated. Maybe don't focus too much of a niche. Just try to find like one product that fits the numbers and then research it for the market itself. So don't be so focused on looking for something very, very specific. I would recommend just the more practice you do, the better you're going to get. That's, I mean, it's kind of difficult when I know it can be frustrating sometimes, but and there are a lot of things that are saturated, but I promise you, I find so many winning products that you just have to develop kind of the eye for it. So just keep looking. If you have a specific question, maybe DM me, maybe send me a message with a specific product that you had an issue with, and then I can take a look at that. Okay. Okay, so a lot of people are having a product research issue. So Wisebit, I have a product research playlist on my YouTube channel. Maybe check that out. That would help. Yeah, there is no resources to like help with product research. You really want to master doing it yourself. But what I can say is just really learn from people that know what they're doing, and that's pretty much it. And again, like I said, it really takes a lot of practice, a lot of work, and you just have to keep looking at it, keep analyzing, and then you're really gonna get better. I had the same issue when I first started out. It seemed like a lot of numbers, but it gets better. Again, if you need extra resources, they're in my YouTube playlist. I have, well, not hundreds, but I have dozens of product research videos, and then it's just called product research on my YouTube channel. Okay, let's see. Do you think people fail on FBA because they don't want to do the hard work in the beginning, or is it because it's too saturated and it's hands out? Okay. Oh, and it's hard because of the Chinese sellers. I think people fail because they don't actually follow through with launching their product or actually even negotiating or talking to suppliers. So a lot of the times, you will find a product, you negotiate with suppliers, and the sad thing is people negotiate and then they literally just stop there. They don't even try to launch it. So that's why I teach this business model very low risk. So if you were to negotiate down, you can order a small MOQ because of the market you're in and have that launched and see the sales, and that really eliminates a lot of fear. And that's kind of my whole goal, is I want to eliminate as much fear as possible just so you can get in there and even just begin with one small test order. But that's literally the number one reason people fail, is because they literally don't even do anything. Okay. Okay, so hi Karina from Kansas City here. How do you go about making an ebook for your product? It actually makes sense in my case. I will be differentiating in other ways as well, of course. So an ebook, ebook is great to have as an addition, but you don't want to have it as its own kind of bundle. And the reason I know is because I tried it and it did not work. It was not a strong enough bundle. You want to have it as like a bonus, like attach it in the email, but it's really easy. You can go on Fiverr and you can literally hire someone to do it for like, I don't know, like $30. Just make sure they know English well, because if they don't, then your ebook is not going to be good. So anyways, guys, that's going to be it. There's a lot of questions still coming in, but what do you mean launching it? So launching it is basically trying to get your product to page one in any means that you can. So whether that's, I like to do low risk, which means pay-per-click ads. So that means just kind of driving that sales velocity so you can get your product to the first page of Amazon, because that's where everyone actually sees your product. So that's what launching is. But that's going to be it for this live, both on Instagram, hello, goodbye, and on YouTube. Tomorrow I have a YouTube video, of course. And remember, my ebook is going away in 3 hours and 8 minutes along with my templates. And then again, you can only, if you don't get it by midnight tonight, the link is going to disappear. Then the only way to get it is if you are a student in my program, and then you can purchase it. But other than that, today is the last day in the next 3 hours and 7 minutes. So you can go to intoamilli.com/book. I'm going to put that into Amilli. And then you can get my templates too. Let me put it here on Instagram too. Millie, I'm trying to not pick up this phone, so I'm kind of slow. There we go. Awesome. I hope this was helpful to you. Awesome. You guys have an amazing, amazing night too. Okay, I'm going to say bye to Instagram first. Bye, Instagram. Okay, great. And goodbye, everybody on YouTube. I hope you have an amazing day. You said it's the course in a book form. Yes, Jeff. So it's the course. It's not like every little detail, because my course is about 10 hours long, and it literally, I'm talking for minutes and minutes and minutes on out. But the book, you can actually go and check it out. I have like a little GIF of all the pages kind of moving around, so you can get a general idea of what it is at INTOAMILLI.com/book, and you can see the content that's in there. I literally wrote it out just because I want you to have full clarification of what's in it. But there's of course way more information in the program, just because it's a lot faster to talk. But the book is literally a guideline of the entire Amazon FBA business model. And then if you choose to get the templates too, those are literally the exact templates that I use in my program. Like all my students have them. They get those included in part of the program though. But yeah, anyway, so you can just, Jeff, if you are curious about what's exactly in it, you can just go to the site INTOAMILLI.com/book, and all the info is there. So you can literally see exactly what you're getting. So for clarification, but anywho, it was great chatting with you, and I'll see you tomorrow in my daily YouTube video. You have an amazing and productive night.